What up? Update, insight, whatever you want to call it. Taking a break from watching some of the NCAA stuff. Still trying to get the word out. Been in contact with the Kentucky Kick-Ass people. Been in contact with a few other people behind the scenes. But this week's update is just about the album and the songwriting and stuff about itself. A friend of mine asked me, what was it like writing new songs? And the truth of the matter is, all the songs are basically written. A good 80% of it was already written English, written back in the day, but we never finished them or recorded them. So the entire album comes from culling from the this little deal I happen to have right here. Oh yeah, kids, it's a cassette. Yeah, anyway, that's me and Charles actually jamming on it, and Charles actually, we took some of the sounds on a few songs from that cassette and played on it, but I didn't want to change much at all. What I wanted the album to represent is the four of us and the mind frame and the state of musical ability we had at the time to really represent Dark 30, because I have my visions of maybe what Dark 30 would have sounded like now, today, but that's also a lot of the stuff I learned through being an Octolux and playing 1,000 billion shows and writing 1,000 billion songs. And what I wanted to maintain was the innocence and the urgency of it. Even though sometimes perfection in music, everything's in perfect time and everything's in tune and this, that, and the other is awesome and it sounds great and it sounds cool, real rock and roll never sounds like that. Bands don't sound like that. So you Nickelback fans and whoever fans, they don't sound like that. I've seen them live, sadly. Now they're actually a pretty good band live. I'm not much on the music, but that's neither here nor there. Anyway, but I wanted to maintain that. So since Charles's drums would be perfect, since he programmed them on Sony Acid Pro 6, I intentionally left some goof-ups here and there on the album, either on my tracks or a vocal track that Greg had done that we could have easily went back and fixed, or a Hank's bass track here or there. But I wanted to maintain what we had, and because Dark 30 was always about energy and effort and urgency and believing in yourself, despite the odds and despite the naysayers. Because who knows? They're only right if you let them be right. Did we change the world? I don't know. Did we? Maybe we did. Maybe we didn't. But the real coolness is Rocky playing on it, and it having that true Dark 30 feel, because Dark 30 was the best of bands, and people who are in bands will know this, because it was a free-for-all. Anybody that came in with an idea, we worked it up. No, that doesn't sound like us, or no, well, that's too soft, or that's too heavy, or none of that. No band politics. It was truly, hey, let's jam this. Okay, we had nothing better to do, and that's what we did. So it was the best of both worlds. I'm sure we had arguments, but whatever. So maintaining that was in, not changing song structures. I mean, I think we had like one song with like 1.5 billion verses and half of a chorus or something like that. So of course I edited that stuff down, but the odd song structures I left intact for the most part. Maybe a drum beat wasn't really working, and we had to fix that. But other than that, it's purely almost just a really good sounding duplicate of what's on that cassette. I wanted Dark 30 to sound amazing, because if you're in a band and you're just starting out and whatever, you don't have much money, in your mind you sound like $1,000,000,000. In reality, sometimes you don't. And I never thought Dark 30 got the benefit of sounding as good as we could have. So I wanted to make sure that happened with this album. That being said, as proud as I am of the album, I'm prouder of what it's going towards. It's going towards, as you know, and if you don't know, now you will know, the Wounded Warriors Project, the Drake Center in Cincinnati, which helps people with spinal cord injuries, and the Brain Injury Alliance in Kentucky. If you don't know anything about those organizations, you should look them up, because they're very valid organizations that help a lot of individuals that really need help. They may not get to do one of their old dreams, but they'll have to get new dreams. I fortunately got to do one of my old dreams, and I'm very happy for that. So when you guys are out rocking or looking for a birthday present or got extra money to blow it on the Dark 30 album, because all the money, all the proceeds are going to people who really need it. And until next week, I say la vie.